Hey guys, Willpower64 here, bringing you back to another part of Diddy Kong Racing. In the last part, we defeated Wizpig, and we finished off the adventure. So why am I here? Trust me, I'll tell you this right now, there isn't anything special, well, nothing else in the adventure to show off, but then I got a few little cool things to show off. So, starting things off, I'm going to be showing a series of clips, and the first clips I want to show are what happens when you lose against to the bosses. We've beaten all the bosses, but there actually plays a little cutscene when you lose to them. So with that, have a look. In addition to losing to the bosses, there's something else that I never showed off. In the trophy races, obviously you win a trophy if you come in first place. But what happens when you come in second and third? I don't think you get anything if you come in fourth, but here's what happens when you come second and third. Now, as you may recall, back in when I did Dark Water Beach, I mentioned that there was something cool if you actually had a red balloon in your possession right before the cutscene, where the genie gives you the amulet. Well, this is what I was talking about.
You won first prize.
Okay, so that has to do with everything with clips I want to show off. Now to show the main elephant, or in this case, I guess the rooster in this case, this guy. This is, well, I'll let him speak for himself. This is Drumstick. This is one of the 2 hidden characters in this game. To unlock Drumstick, you have to complete the trophy race on the 4 worlds: Dino Domain, Snowflake Mountain, Sherbet Island, and Dragon Forest. So, Drumstick, how well does he handle to everybody else? Well, Drumstick is a heavy character. His acceleration is about where Banjo would stand. His handling is between Banjo and Crunch, so his handling isn't the best, but his top speed is the max. He is one of the fastest characters in the game. As a matter of fact, I'll be showing him off. Obviously, something that happens once you beat Wizpig in Future Funland, you unlock Adventure 2. I'll be showing that off in just a bit. For now, I want to go to Tracks. Yeah, I never really went around here. Tracks, you have the 4 races. You also have a trophy race. This is actually where I recorded doing the trophy races. And of course, you got Fire Mountain. You got all the mini games around here. Again, there was, oh, that's actually something else. I never did the trophy race in Future Funland. We will be doing that as well, but I'll be doing that in a different time. For the time being, I want to go to Ancient Lake for a second. Actually, before we go to Ancient Lake, I want to come here. If you've noticed, I've done times here. If you notice, right where beside vehicle, there's a face of TT. Well, if you remember during the end credits, there was the times given to us for each race course. What you're supposed to do is match up or pass that time. Doing so, if I go over to Ancient Lake, a race I haven't done yet, if you notice I don't even have the TT sign on me. If I turn on TT, which he says, "Hi, I'm TT," but also he says,
Hi there. Go for it.
There you go, go for it. And we are. Because, look there. Yeah, TT wants you to race against him. This is sort of like, you're facing the staff ghost. But if you notice, that's TT. TT is one of the other hidden characters in this game. To unlock TT, you need to beat his staff ghost on each race course. Now, the good news is this is not like the DS version. While in this version, you just got to do it with the main vehicle used for this set of race. So, Ancient Lake, you only have to do it with car. You don't have to do it with hovercraft, nor you have to do it with plane. However, in the DS version, yeah, they want you to do that with every vehicle. Why? Why would they want you to do that? That is so stupid. I guess maybe it's like, hey, you want this? You want the best character in the game? Well, you gotta earn him. And oh boy, did they make you earn him.
Now try another track.
Now, as you might have noticed here, that wasn't the only race I haven't done yet. There still is one more race, and I left the last one for TT, which should be, I believe it's this one. Is it Spaceport Alpha? Nope, I did this one. Okay, here we go. Star City.
Star City.
All right, here we go. This is the place I feel like where you unlock TT. So you can see his ghost right there.
Now try and beat my time.
Because unlike other racing games, well, actually, as a matter of fact, I can only think of a handful of racing games that do this, where if you want to unlock a hidden character, you got to beat him in a race. I think the only game I can recall, funny enough, is Sonic R. If you know any other racing games that are like that, let me know, because I'd like to see that. You don't see that often. But anyways, we're now going up against TT in what I think would be the fitting place for TT. Obviously, Drumstick's probably a good character. Best character I use to unlock TT is Banjo. You gotta make sure you know this track inside out. You want to know where all the bananas are because you want to get that top acceleration. Green boosting is recommended. And then just go have at it. Just do your best and try to unlock this guy as best you can. Get as many boosts as you can. Try not to bash into a wall. As you can see, I know this track pretty well. And look how far away TT is. He's a little gray dot on the map screen. So yeah, it's not hard to unlock TT. It can just be a little time consuming. It took me a while the first time because I kept using Diddy, and then I realized, oh, this ain't working, until eventually I switched to either Drumstick or I swapped to Banjo. They're the recommended characters I recommend to unlock, Drumstick or Banjo, if you have a hard time unlocking TT. But once you unlock TT, oh boy, there's no going back. He is the best character in the game. And this is what he says once you complete all the races.
You've beaten all my times. Now you can pick me.
Alright, there we go. Now if I go to select character, there he is, TT, and he is the last character to unlock. TT! Best way I can describe TT, the best character in the game. I think I've already mentioned that. His handling is middle, so he's alright handling, but his acceleration and top speed are max. Yeah, this character is the best.
Yahoo!
Now, one more thing I'm going to show off is, because I won't be doing this anytime soon. This may be a future video, but it won't be happening anytime soon. And that is Adventure 2. Not only do the balloons change, but so does the racetrack. Everything is flipped. I will do one race of Ancient Lake to show off, and I'll also show off TT. Because TT, oh boy. I will be using TT for the Future Funland race, because there's another topic I'd like to bring up. But, Adventure 2. Aside from the tracks being flipped, the places that get flipped, aside from the hub world doesn't change. Bosses, those change. The races are flipped. The race courses are flipped. The minigames stay the same, because I don't think there's any way you can really flip them, except maybe, like, Smoky Castle. But aside from that, there's nothing else you can do. But the main thing that changed in Adventure 2 that makes it very unique from Adventure 1 is the silver coins. They are in the most ridiculous hard spots to be. And look at this. Using TT, I've overlapped a lot of these characters. Look at this. It's just that broken. Yes. There you go. I almost overlapped everyone just using TT. So, when it comes to Adventure 2, will I be doing Adventure 2? By the way, that's his logo, and same with Drumstick. Oh, nope. Didn't want to do that. Oopsie. Okay, so will I be doing Adventure 2? Maybe. Maybe if I ever want to come back to Diddy Kong Racing. Maybe. Possibly. That might be in the future. But as of right now, it stands Adventure 2 is not on my list. I have a plan for my next Let's Play. It's not going to be Adventure 2. We're going to be saying goodbye to Diddy Kong Racing once this is done. So, as you notice, the signpost only has four signs for the trophy races. So what's going to happen when we collect the fifth one? The game doesn't even have a register for a fifth one, because if we go talk to TT, this is weird. TT talking to TT.
Hi there, I'm TJ Status.
We don't have a spot for a fifth. So let's gonna go see what happens when we do that.
Trophy race.
Alright, so here we go.
SPACEDUST.
Future Funland Trophy Race Round 1, SPACEDUST Alley. Now, originally, my original plan was to just speed up this video, put a song. I was actually thinking about putting Spaceland from Mario Party 2. But I'll just quickly get through this with TT and just show how broken this character is. Okay, so the game I wanted to talk about was a game in development before, I'm pretty sure before the whole Microsoft thing happened, where it no longer became a thing, and that was it. That was a game called Donkey Kong Pilot. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called, Donkey Kong Pilot, where it was supposed to be a sequel to Diddy Kong Racing, sort of, but using more of the Donkey Kong characters. I believe there was a trailer video a long time ago showing off, I think it was like Donkey Kong riding like Rambi, and a character riding Unguard, and some other things. That game never saw the light of day. However, since it was, I'm pretty sure it was in development, and another game took its place, known as Banjo Pilot. Yep, they swapped out the Donkey Kong characters for Banjo-Kazooie characters. Funny enough, even though the characters got swapped and the landmarks got changed, adding a few things to make it seem more Banjo-Kazooie-like, they didn't change the music. I'm pretty sure Spyro Mountain's theme is actually just Jungle Japes from, like, the Donkey Kong Country game. Yeah, so there's that. I actually own Banjo Pilot. I have finished Banjo Pilot. Anybody who knows me knows I love the Banjo-Kazooie series. Will I show off Banjo Pilot? Maybe just as like a little video I'll show off Banjo Pilot. But don't expect too much. Already we got our first race down. So there's that with Banjo Pilot. Not much to really say about that game. Banjo Pilot's an okay game. It was alright. There is a character in that game that's kind of like TT, who's just broken. Once you unlock him, you don't play as anybody else. I guess I can talk a little bit more about Adventure 2. One, if you beat Adventure 2, you get nothing out of it, which kind of sucks. But Adventure 2 is definitely, without a doubt, a hard challenge. If you had a hard time trying to do Adventure 1, I'll tell you this right now. If you had a hard time with Adventure 1, don't do Adventure 2. Don't jump right into it, because Adventure 2 is a lot harder, especially those silver coins. Those silver coins are a pain in the butt. There's some that are just like, okay, they're there. Some are just off the beaten path. It is definitely a challenge if you are a Diddy Kong Racing fan. It is a challenge for sure. But I would not recommend doing Adventure 2 if you had a hard time with Adventure 1. Maybe do a couple more rounds of Adventure 1. The only thing that sucks is, if anybody had a hard time with this game, it was either the race against Wizpig, if they didn't know about the boost, the green boost, or it was the silver coins, which can be a major problem. And Adventure 2 just throws that right out the window with the silver coins. They are in the most hard spot. Like, some of them aren't even on the track. They're just, like, out of the way. It's especially hard. Whoa, we just hit the roof with... That shows how fast TT's going. I didn't even reach max speed yet. Or max acceleration with the bananas. Well, I mean, technically... It's not supposed to increase. It's supposed to make it easy for you to accelerate again, but with TT... Dang. Anyways, there we go. We got our 10th banana. But yeah, they put them off on the, like, off track. And if you have a hard time trying to catch up to characters, yeah, it's definitely not recommended for you to do Adventure 2. I highly recommend doing Adventure 1 first.
Star City.
Or doing it a few more times. But, I think the main thing, the problem with practicing is they don't let you try to do the silver coins again. That's not an option. The only way you can do the silver coin challenge again is, well, start a new game and go from there. But that's a topic for a whole different story. Again, will I do Adventure 2 in the future? Maybe. I might. But as of now, no. I'm done with Diddy Kong Racing once this is done. This game is a lot of fun. I recommend this game entirely. Yeah, it's not your average Mario Kart. It's not as... It's kind of that one racing game that's kind of been forgotten, but it's still good. Like, you won't see anything... You won't see it maybe make a comeback, but I hope it does, because this is one of those Nintendo games on the Nintendo 64 that is just so good that it can't just be forgotten. Only time can tell. I would love to see a new Diddy Kong Racing, not a remake of, like, this game. Maybe something original, something new. Maybe WizPig came back. We finally get to see the second story of the second adventure that we were supposed to get, but we never did. That would be amazing to see. Yeah, I think TT agrees with it. He wants to see another one. But again, not a remake, please. I don't think the Diddy Kong Racing fans could handle that again. I couldn't. We already had a remake and wasn't the best. Alright, now we're coming to our last race.
Spaceport.
Future Funland Trophy Race Round 4 Spaceport Alpha. The last race we're going to be doing. So here we go. Let's get this. Let's see if I can overlap someone. Let's see how fast I can go and overlap someone. Now, even though this is our last race, there's still one more thing I haven't showed off yet. That will be shown at the end. Nope, that's that one. I don't know what else I can say, really. I mean, this is Diddy Kong Racing. I hope you guys enjoyed this LP. I know I had fun doing it. This originally wasn't supposed to be the second LP of this channel. Originally, it was supposed to be... Well, there was another game that I kind of got scrapped, and then there was a second game that got scrapped. I did multiple versions of that game, and it got scrapped, so... Eventually, I was like... I couldn't tell which game I wanted to do next, because there were so many games I wanted to do. So, I ended up just saying, hey, you know what? Let's pick a game, and this ended up being it. And funny enough, I just finished doing Adventure 2 before I did this LP. So I kind of still had memories of Diddy Kong Racing still fresh in my memory. So I'm like, perfect, this is the game I'm going to do. So this was the perfect choice. I definitely enjoy this game. I would love to come back and do this game, do Adventure 2. I would. I will. Probably in the future. But as of now, no. This is our last race. We're coming up to our final lap. And why not? I'll do a loop-de-loop. Get our last bananas. There we go. And come on. Time for a corkscrew. We're doing a corkscrew. There we go. There we go. That is our last race. You thought the last race was against WizPig. Sorry to tell you, it wasn't. It was this one. There we go. Alright, now let's head back to the hub world. You start back here, by the way. They don't want you starting back over by the lighthouse. But with that, if we come over here, once we got our 5th trophy, The signpost is gone. Yep, it is completely gone. So, and that brings everything to do over here on this island. Maybe we'll see it again in the future, maybe not. Alright, well, that's the last time we'll be seeing the genie. Now to show off one last thing I wanted to show off in this game. Well, technically two. Two things. And that is options! Yeah, never showed off the options. You have the choice of turning into French. You got your subtitles on. Here's your audio. Nothing cool here. But over here, magic codes. If you go to your code list, you have the power to turn on TT off and drumstick off. Vice versa. But not only that, if you remember at the end of each credits, there was, I had a little note given to me. I'm pretty sure the first one was, who did this? Which displayed credits. And I think the other one was, all balloons are magnetic. I think that's what it was. Or all balloons are the rainbow balloons. There are cheat codes in this game that let you do various things. For example, if you put in the code Jukebox, you put in the code Jukebox and press Start, music menu. Yep. There are other codes. There are some that make it all balloons become a certain color only. One is like a horn cheat. There's another one where characters become big and small. There's one where the AI becomes even like smarter. There's one where there's many of them. Now there is a cheat that was never put into the game, and this one was called high speed racing. That's what the cheat would do. Probably make it so your speed was doubled. So that'd be insane to do this race with double speed. Imagine all balloons are blue and going and using the green boost. That'd be insane. I will be putting down in the description all the codes and all the cheats, so you have all of them. So one last thing I'm going to show off in the audio section is if you go to track number 12, I believe it was, listen to this. This was a hidden song put into the game that was never used. So this is a hidden track. What could it have been used for? I had a feeling it was used for Sherbet Island. It definitely has like that piratey theme. But with that, this brings the end of my LP of Diddy Kong Racing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I most certainly did. This is definitely a game worth trying. With that being said, I will see you guys on my next LP, whenever that may be, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I find it funny how I decide to make a bonus video on Diddy Kong Racing, yet I haven't done it for Banjo-Kazooie yet. What is wrong with me? Well, hopefully I'll have an answer in the future. So with that, I'll leave this intro going, and I'll leave it at that. So, this has been Willpower64. Wishing you all well in these difficult times. You all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys on my next LP. I'll see you then.